My dear friend in Christ, I would like to take you to the Gospel of Mark chapter 12 verse 28 to 34, where Jesus gives us the greatest commandment of all. You know, laws have evolved over time. Some of them are so strange. And here are some laws that are said to have existed or still exist in parts of the United States. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it is against the law to sleep in a refrigerator. In Gary, Indiana, you would be breaking the law if you attend the theater within 4 hours of eating garlic. In Pocatello, Idaho, it is illegal to look unhappy. In North Carolina, if you snore too loud to disturb your neighbors, you will have to spend a night or two in jail. And here's another one. It is illegal for chickens to cross the road in Quitman, Georgia. It is against the law in Alabama to wear a false mustache and go to church such that it makes people laugh. My dear friend in Christ, life was no different during Jesus' time. There were so many laws and interpretations that people were often confused. So now let's go to the Gospel of Mark chapter 12 verse 28 to 34, where a scribe goes up to Jesus and he asks, which commandment is the first of all? He was not simply asking for the first of the 10 commandments, that is, I am the Lord your God, you shall have no other gods before me. Rather, he was asking for Jesus' own explanation of the laws and commandments of God. He was trying and willing to learn something. That's because Jewish moralists of Jesus' time tried to work out a synthesis of the essentials of the law. This helped them to know which law should enjoy the priority in cases of conflicting demands. But here's it. Jesus gives the scribe a perfectly convincing answer. Jesus added meaning to the first commandment, saying, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself. And you shall love your neighbor as yourself. In fact, the learned Rabbi Hillel was once asked to summarize the whole law standing on one leg. His summary was, what you hate for yourself, do not do to your neighbor. This is the whole law. The rest is all commentary. And this scribe responds to Jesus saying, you are right, teacher. You have truly said that he is one and besides him there is no other God. And to love him with all the heart and with all the understanding and with all the strength. And to love one's neighbor as oneself. This is much more important than all whole burnt offerings and sacrifices. My dear friend in Christ, of what good is all our praise and worship of God and our sacrifices and ritual practices and our spiritual exercises if we cannot love the people we live with, those we interact with, whether at home, whether at work, in the community, or in the neighborhood? My dear friend in Christ, there may be some of us who see worship of God in terms of observing laws and commandments. We go to church on Sunday to fulfill our Sunday obligation. We celebrate the events of Holy Week to do our Easter duty. But Jesus lovingly reminds each one of us that whatever we do as Christians, in church, in our families, or at work, or in the community, it should flow not out of a sense of compulsion, but out of love for God and neighbor. Think about this. Obedience is not the first duty of Christians. Love is the first duty. Yes, obedience is not the first duty of a Christian. Love is the first duty. May you have a good and godly day.